So King T.I.'s son has been really trying to like show his true gangster side for quite some time. Between him, reaching into his bag and trying to pull out some kind of weapon after these two random dudes tried to press him, getting into altercations with employees at Waffle House. Bro, King Harris has been trying to prove how gangster he is for the longest. And now this man gets into a fist fight with his father at an NFL game in Atlanta over what? Over what? This man is over there talking about he's gangster, he's real, he's standing on business. This man has a true and genuine disgust for the fact that he grew up in an affluent household. Now, here's what I don't understand. I remember that when King was beefing with Charleston White, he sat there and said, I could tell you had a soft upbringing. And it boggles my mind. I'm like, King, nigga, you do know we watched you grow up, right? Like, you do know there were cameras. There was a reality TV show. When I was in my dad's barber shop, I saw you in a mansion, bro. I saw you. We saw you. Everybody, nigga, we all saw you. Why are you trying to play this game of you a real nigga and you stand on business? But let's watch the video of what happened. Let's watch the video. So he's telling his dad, T.I., I know you. And T.I. saying, ain't no mystery in my history. So King is basically trying his father's street cred. Now, me personally, I couldn't give two fucks about the streets. I couldn't give two fucks about being gangster. But for a nigga like T.I. that fancies himself as the trouble man and all this other gangster shit, and a dude that got caught with basically a Marine Corps type arsenal of weaponry. The nigga got off all the... I'm not saying T.I.'s a snitch. I'm just saying this is a dude who's well known for engaging in street shit. And King is basically trying to pull his card. They then proceed to fight. Now he's going back and forth with his mom. But he's going back and forth with his mom, bro. So his dad basically clowned him. I'm going to show y'all the clip after. His dad was basically making fun of him for trying to be gangster. He gets mad at T.I. And now that he's mad at T.I., his mother, Tiny, is trying to speak sense in him and he won't listen.
Well, you can't do nothing with me. Shit you can do with me.
They fighting, bro. They are fighting at an NFL game. Let's talk about the problem with this man, King, for a second, bro. Let's talk about the problem with King, bro. King seems to have a genuine disgust for living a good life. And his family members are trying to tell him, like, bro, it's okay. You grew up in a good environment. You went to a good school. You lived in a good home. That's cool. King tries to push out this gangster image, and of course, his gangster family members clown him. Here's what I'm talking about. I'll show y'all exactly what I'm talking about.
King, have you ever woke up with a roach on your face?
Here. No, that's not the goal.
All right, then. So there it goes. I don't know what you're talking about.
In the neighborhood with me that broke up with roach in it. Y'all want to go to the bando and man my neighborhood? Do y'all want to go to the bando? Do y'all want to go to the bando? To make him look better, he's he know not true. Silver spoon, I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life. I used to have to run to my grandma's house because I'm getting in the fight.
So because apparently because his grandma's house is in the hood, he's hood. And because there were kids in his grandma's neighborhood that grew up with roaches on their face, he now believes that he is them and he's got as much street and hood and gangster energy in him as they do. You know, it's funny that this is happening because I know exactly what King is going through. I've been there. Have I tried to be gangster? No. Have I tried to be street? No. But do I know what it's like for people to make fun of me because I didn't come up in that environment? Or people to try me? Yes, I know what that's like. I've even been made fun of by family members sometimes for coming from a good background, for being raised in a middle class household, for going to private school. As a child, it's understandable to allow that peer pressure and family pressure to cloud your judgment about what's important in life. But King is at that age. In fact, let me look up King's age. I know he's an adult. King Harris. This man is 19 years old. So he was born in 2004. He's coming up on that age now where he should start realizing that being gangsta and being real don't mean shit. You're 19, bro. Your life has barely started. Don't ruin what you've got ahead of you trying to pursue something that's a dead end. And the unfortunate reality is this man wants to be his father. He's envious and jealous of his father's street credibility, street background. But what dudes got to understand is that you don't need to be street to be a real man. You don't need to be a gangster to be a real man. You can stand on business without being a hoodlum or a gang member or a street nigga. The problem with a nigga like King is he don't just want to stand on business. He want to be up in your business. He want to bother you. He wants to show how gangster he is by using you as a target. That's the problem. That ain't standing on business. That's being a nuisance. That's being a disturbance. And what T.I. said to him, he's like, bro, you are embarrassing yourself and this family. You are embarrassing yourself and this family. T.I. and King are in two completely different headspaces. T.I. is telling King, look, you're not like that. And not only are you not like that, you're so passionate about people considering that you're like that. You are getting into a full-blown argument and disrespecting your parents at an event, at a venue with a shit ton of people around us because you want to be perceived as street and you're mad at us for making fun of you because you're not street. And you're simultaneously trying to be considered street. King is in a space in his head where he doesn't even realize how beneficial the position he's in actually is. There's a reason why rappers constantly show off the life of luxury and all of these different types of luxury items, whether it's clothes, jewelry, homes, whatever it might be. These rappers show these things off because a lot of these guys come from very poor backgrounds. They come from very impoverished backgrounds. And as a result, it's only natural that you'd want to show off your diamond ring. You show off your bust down diamond chain. Show off the designer clothes you have. It's only natural. The reason why these guys do it though is because they never wanted to be poor in the first place. They never wanted to be poor. They never wanted to grow up in the environment that they did. Sure, there's street credibility to gain from it, but at the end of the day, when you grow up and you become a real man, and you grow up and you become a grown man, what do you begin to realize? You begin to realize that the street cred can't pay your bills. And if street credit is paying your bills, you're either going to die very soon or go to prison. That's a fact. There are only two entities in this world that give a shit about your street cred. The feds and your employer. And I can guarantee you right now, neither of those entities are particularly happy to find out that you got street cred. The girls don't care about your street cred. If you ain't handsome, they don't care. No one gives a shit about your street cred. In fact, a lot of reputable people will probably distance themselves from you when they find out that you have a criminal record. And that's just the facts. So King is out here pursuing some dead-end bullshit. Being street is pointless. What do you gain from it? Being in the hood, being gangster, dying an early death, going to prison. What do you stand to gain from losing everything? You have everything. I don't doubt for one second that King probably gets girls just off the strength of him being T.I.'s son. I don't doubt for one second that King is probably living a pretty decent life. He probably goes on pretty decent vacations, lives in a pretty decent home. I wouldn't be surprised if he probably has his own place. King is in a position in life where he does not understand how big his world actually is. The world is his oyster. This man is born to a rich family. He's got a great launch pad to launch off of in life. And yet, he wants to be gangsta. He wants to be hood. And here's another thing we need to address. In our community, we clown people way too much for not being gangsta or being hood or being street. It is okay for someone to not be hood or gangsta. It's okay for someone to be soft. Ultimately, we need to stop clowning people for being from the suburbs or being soft. It's okay to be normal. Black people don't have to be gangsters. We can't all be gangsta. Like, if we were all gangsters, we wouldn't have a functioning society. We can't all be gangsta. None of us should be gangster, but we definitely all can't be gangster. So it's like at some point or another, we have to start living in reality and acknowledging the fact that there is absolutely nothing to gain from trying to be hood. The King Von situation is a prime example of what I'm talking about. King Von wanted to keep doing street nigga shit after becoming a rich rapper. It cost him his life. Bro, King Von's kids weren't even in kindergarten. He'll never be able to see them graduate from high school, college. Bro, this man is gone, bro. He's gone. Doing street nigga shit, trying to stand on business. Rest in peace to him, respect to him, but at the end of the day, that gangster shit and that street shit ended his life. It was pointless. And on top of that, the FBG Duck indictment. This nigga had the feds on him as well. So it was either death or the feds. That's what the street shit costs a nigga like Von. T.I. needs to really sit King down and explain to him, bro, if you really want to go down this gangster street path, I'm going to tell you what you're giving up. You're giving up women. You're giving up freedom. You won't even be able to go downstairs and pour you a glass of orange juice. You got to wait till these people in this jail or this prison decide to serve you something, or until it's your time for you to be allowed to go to commissary. You're allowed to go to commissary now. You won't be able to do what you want. You won't be able to wake up one day and say, I want to go downtown to Buckhead, or I want to go to Atlanta, or I want to go. You can't even do that. You can't even say, you know what? I want to go on a flight to Puerto Rico. You can't. You can't. All of that shit done. Freedom to pursue a career. Maybe you want to be a rapper now. You can't be a rapper in jail, nigga. What you gonna do? Record over the phone? Not gonna happen. So at the end of the day, T.I. needs to explain to this nigga, King, like, look, if you want to be gangster in street so bad, I'm gonna tell you what you're giving up. T.I. need to break down that shit about Young Thug to him. Look, you want to be gangster, you want to be this, you want to be that. The reality of the situation is, look at what happened to Young Thug. Living in the lap of luxury. Luxury shower, luxury baths, luxury food, living a great life. One day he woke up, the feds came knocking on his door. Well, actually, the Georgia Bureau of Investigation came knocking on his door, and this man has been in jail for a year. A year straight. Gunna was involved in that YSL shit too. Guess what happened? Gunna ended up having to he had to take a plea, and it almost cost him his career. He bounced back, but taking a plea almost cost him his career because everybody said, wait, nigga, are you a snitch? Y'all get what I'm trying to say? Am I being redundant here? King needs to realize, bro, you stand to gain nothing from being considered gangster or street. Nobody cares about how gangster you are. Nobody cares about how street you are. It doesn't matter. The sooner he understands that, the better it will be for him. But it is what it is. Either King will grow out of it, which maybe he will, maybe he won't. He's 19. He's still got time. If he doesn't grow out of it by 21 years old, he's fucked. But hopefully King grows out of it, because at the end of the day, there's absolutely nothing waiting for him besides death, or an early death or jail. Trying to be gangster, trying to be street. It's pointless. Absolutely pointless. And the more he starts yapping about how gangster he is, a lot of niggas in Atlanta are looking at him and thinking, ooh, shit, bro, if we could rob that nigga King, bro, we up. It's just ridiculous, bro. King needs to have some goons around him and call it a day. You want to feel like a tough guy, grab a bunch of goons, put them on your payroll, call it a day, do you. But all this gangster shit, all this I stand on business shit, it's got to stop. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Would y'all stand on business with y'all's parents at an NFL game? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all want to be gangster or not? Let me know what y'all think in the comment section below. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.